Hello students. So we were discussing last time cells of the immune system. So in it we discussed the innate immune cells. That is cytokine secretion. Then we came to the dendritic cells, that most potent antigen presenting cells, and they are in the thymus mostly, and also lymph nodes to activate and take part in the maturation and education of the T cells. Neutrophils first responders to infection, and Eosinophils combat parasitic infections, and Basophils, which are related with the release of histamine and type 1 hypersensitivity, allergic responses, and mast cells, they are concerned with the release of histamine and allergic inflammation. So when we come to this, natural killer cells that kill virus infected and tumor cells and used to use perforin and granzymes recognize cells with low MHC I expression. So natural killer cells will kill virus infected and tumor cells and will secrete some enzymes, hydrolytic enzymes, granzymes, and will secrete some proteins, perforins, which will create pores in the target cells and will kill those target cells. So then we come to this, the cells of the adaptive immune response. In the adaptive immune function, we see that the B cells and Th cells and Tc cells. So B cells recognize antigen via B cell receptors or antibodies and differentiate into plasma cells which produce antibodies and express surface markers like CD19 and CD20. So with help of CD19 and CD20 we can see the B cells and we can see their activity, their proliferation, and we can count them. So B cells recognize antigen via B cell receptors or antibodies and will produce plasma cells. These plasma cells are terminally differentiated P cells and produce specific antibodies, that is IgG, IgA, IgM, and IgE and IgT. So IgG1, IgG2, IgG3. So here you can see that these plasma cells are not expressing the antibodies at the surface of the cell, but they are secreting the antibodies and they have this large nucleus. So T cells recognize peptide antigen presented on MHC molecules. That the cells will process the protein and then they will present these processed proteins or epitopes or the fragments of the proteins bound with the MHC I or MHC II to the T cells, and then the T cells having the specific receptors for that epitope, they will bind and then they will be activated. So these T cell receptors will be similar to the antibodies and they belong to the same family of proteins. So T helper cells activate B cells and other immune cells. They will secrete cytokines, and with the help of cytokines they will control the activities of C cells and B cells. Cytotoxic T cells kill infected or cancerous cells, and regulatory T cells or Tregs suppress immune responses to prevent autoimmunity. So helper T cells activate B cells and other immune cells. Cytotoxic T cells kill infected or cancer cells, and regulatory T cells suppress immune responses to prevent autoimmunity, and memory T cells provide long-term immunity. So Th helper cells and Tc cytotoxic T cells and B cells. So here you can see that they are quite similar. but their surface molecules are different. Th cells, they will have CD4 and T cell receptors in addition to other cell, many more proteins, and these TC cytotoxic T cells will have CD8 and T cell receptors, and B cells will have this IgM expressed on their surface. So these B cells will secrete antibodies, and these TC cells and TH cells, they will kill target cells. TH cell basic function is to activate the activities of TC cells and B cells by the help of cytokines and interleukins. Thank you.